Let's take you, shall we? Let's take you for a little walkie. Good boy. Come on then. Okay, so a slightly different video to what I'm usually making. Now spring's here, even though it's still quite wet. I want to start doing some more outdoor style videos. Yes, I got my news channel, but that might be, for some people, a bit controversial. There's going to be certain people who don't like it just because of the things I say, and that's fine. That's up to people if they would like to watch it or not. But there comes a time you realise that everything's all doom and gloom. Not a lot good is going on, especially at the times we're in at the moment. And if you go into it too much, it can end up depressing you and bringing you down. So what I'm doing now is focusing back in on myself a little bit, the things I like doing. Yes, I might like to keep my eye on the news and events and what's going on. And I do feel somewhat, upset with things in the world, the way they're going, especially here in Great Britain with the government we've got and what it's trying to do to us. Take away all our rights and way of life. And yeah, it's not good. But at the same time, we still have to move on and get on and try and live life a bit. Enjoy our lives a bit. While we've still got freedom. Who knows what's going to happen? But, it's not looking too rosy or too good at the moment with things. So, to make the most of the life you've got. So, yes, I want to get back into my outdoor videos, going different places if I can. Obviously, I'm restricted in that I don't drive, which is a shame. But, where I can, to get out and just to enjoy nature. For me, it's a reset. It's recovery, just being in nature, especially with Pagan here. He's seen another dog at the moment, so he's stalking them. Just to get out and enjoy myself, get some fresh air, get some nature inside me, and let nature do what it needs to do and cure me, make me feel better, which it always does. Winter's a long thing, and it can bring you down quite a lot. Come on. One thing and another drags you down. Long, dark, wet nights, cold nights, long, short, wet days. It all plays a part. Come on then, good boy, this way. Okay, so started to cut out a bit of the video there, unfortunately. As I met somebody and we were just talking. And yeah, actually, she's an older woman, but she's sound. Got a dog with her. And we're just talking about relationships and stuff. And, you know, I think it is the thing these days, as she was saying. You know, society's changed. I mean, I've been looking for a relationship for quite a while and it's just not happening. Oh, somebody else coming now, walking. Come on, Peggy, up here. Come on, up here. Good boy. Come on, up here, good boy. All right, mate. You know, I've seen sort of several people, but it's only lasted a short time. You know, I met this nurse, went out for a nice meal, you know. I'm not bothered about paying for it, but, you know, that's not the point. But, you know, it's, go on, good boy. You know, like I said, I don't mind paying for stuff. You know, and I still like to think we're in a time when, you know, a guy can buy a woman something, can pay for the meal. I begin to wonder if that is the way. I know a lot of women these days say, well, I want to pay my own way. Well, that's fine. But what I always tend to get is, oh, you're a really nice guy. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Let's meet again. And then, more or less overnight, you know, a few days or a couple of weeks later, everything suddenly changes. You know, it's suddenly, you're a really nice guy, but I just want to be on my own now. And, you I know people go through their own problems, and especially as you get a bit older, you're a bit wiser, you're a bit more wary about stuff. And, you've gone through experiences. But I met a woman a little while ago, and we had a great time. We'd meet in our town, go for a coffee. We went to the cinema, we had a great day there. Went to a place called Trentham, a shopping village, we had a good time there. And she seemed really excited about stuff and said, we're getting on really well, I'm really enjoying this. Went for a nice meal. But then she video called me one day and we were just talking, having a laugh. And we'd arranged to meet up next day to take our dogs, let them meet up, see how they get on. And I just got a message back. She's just saying, I just need to be on my own now. I messaged her a couple of days later. She just ignored me for the most part. Then later on said, sorry, you're a really nice guy, you're a right gent, but I just need to be on my own. Don't think I'm ready for a relationship. And okay, that's fine, I can understand that, but at the same time, this seems to be a common thing with me. In terms of the responses I get and everything else. And I just think, why? Is it me? Is it what I'm doing? Is it something about me? So, you know, life is stressful at times. And, you know, getting back to what I was saying about my videos, I want to start now. Yeah, I still want to carry on doing the news and give my own opinions on what's going on. That's fine. But also, at the same time, you know, I want to get back into doing my outdoor videos, getting out there with my drone and my action cam. You know, because I enjoy doing it. I enjoy vlogging. For me, it's sort of mind out a little bit. You know, I could talk about different things. No, not going mad in terms of, you know, I feel like I'm talking to myself, because whether you watch these videos or not, you know, it's you, the guys who watch for content, I'm sort of talking to. You might not agree with some of the things I say, and that's fine. I can understand that. Or you may agree. You know, I'm always up for a debate and a chat over stuff. You know, that's fine. But, you know, at the end of the day, it allows me to get some things off my chest a little bit. Things that are winding me up. You know, talk about good things, talk about bad things. But really, I use my news channel, or my news channel playlist, to discuss those things more and leave my outdoor videos to just that. Go on. You know, outdoor stuff. Anyway, we'll see. So I've got a couple of things coming up which I will be doing. One is, come on, Peggy. Now, one of them things is the great Tommy Sleep Out. No, it's not to do with Tommy Robinson or anything like that. Well, basically, it's a charity where you can go and do a sleep out overnight, and you get sponsorships for it. All that's set up for you. Just sign up for it. You don't have to be ex-armed forces or anything. Come here, Peggy. Come here. You don't have, good boy. You don't have to be ex-forces or anything like that. Anybody can do it. And that sets up a Just Giving page, which means you don't have to handle any money, donations or anything like that. Just get sponsorships. People go to the Just Giving page, they pay into it, and that money goes to the charity and health veterans who are currently living rough on the streets. You know, our veterans aren't looked after in the UK. We have to be honest there, and we have to be upfront. You know, and these guys have done a lot for the country. They've served the country. You know, and they deserve being looked after. And unfortunately, it's not the case in the UK at all. So, you know, other people and charities have to step up and do the job of what the government should really be doing. But I'm not going to get into a political debate about it. It's something I can do, and I will be doing it. I'm just waiting for a couple of items to arrive through post. You know, one being their flag, so I can show that on the site, and I'll be doing a vlog on it. I know my son might be joining me. He's not sure yet. He's busy at work at the moment, but I know if we can get it, will. Come on, Daddy. Yes, we're taking Pagan. So if you don't want to sponsor me, sponsor Pagan for it. So I'll put a link on this video to it. And please share it amongst your friends. You know, allow them to get involved and either do it themselves or, you know, just sponsor me. I'm not really bothered, but yeah, I want to get some good footage off that. And like I say, you know, I am restricted these days. Unfortunately, you know, I wish I still drove, but unfortunately, my condition, the ataxia, is not going to allow that. You know, I'm not even going down the route of can I get my driving licence back, because it's just not going to happen. You know, especially with the ataxia, the balance, coordination. And yes, it does restrict me. You know, this is ideally where, you know, in terms of a relationship, I would like to meet a woman, you know, who can share good times with, have a laugh and a joke, but also the other side of it, she drives and enjoys being outdoors in nature. You know, enjoys being with dogs. You know, for me, I'm not after anything else. You know, I just want to be genuine, want to be honest. Go on, Peggy, go on. You know, get on with life, but just enjoy some of the things in life that I enjoy. You know, someone enjoys going for a bit of a walk. You know, it doesn't have to be a speed march, but enjoys animals, enjoys a quick meal out, or enjoys, you know, a quiet night in front of the telly. You know, that's what I'd like. Looks aren't too important to me. You know, I'm not the best looking person, I admit that. But just to have somebody else in life who shares the same values and the same things as me, lives locally, you know, it would be ideal. You know, and that would complete my life. But seems like today you're knocked for being a genuine person sometimes. You know, or people tend to think you're something other than what you are. But yeah, you know, no matter what happens, I've been on a bit of a downer, I will admit, just lately. One thing and another. You know, especially on the relationship side, and especially with what's going on in the country. I allowed myself to get a bit down in the dumps over stuff. But you know, lighter nights are getting here. The weather's slowly warming up. So I'm hoping I can get out camping more. Get out to some places. However I'll get there, I don't know yet. We'll go on some adventures with Pagan. Because for me, you know, nature, it's wonderful. It helps me deal with life. It sort of resets me. You know, just being out, camping for the night, for me, it's great. It does make me feel better. So I'm going to end the video there before I get to the road down here. But thanks for watching, and I'll put the link up now and the QR code for the sponsorship. And I hope to see you all soon. Thank you and take care.